Welcome to this year's First Radar Magazine. I'm Haley, and this is my colleague Charlie.
Our first topic is a recap of all the fall sports. Let's take a look at how many we did this year with Asha and Mary.
Fall sports are in the books. Football, volleyball, and cross country all closing out strong seasons. Here's a quick look at the standout plays, races, and moments that define the fall.
So our fall football season was one that was packed full of surprises. I think what I'm most proud about with the boys is their adaptability.
Well, we performed really good, but we didn't really win a lot of our games, so we just need to focus more.
Let's take a look at how our volleyball season went.
My favorite memories from volleyball were probably all the times our team would be like dancing, laughing, talking, or like goofing off at practice during like a drill or something. And our coach would yell at us and tell us that we have to run, but we wouldn't stop having fun because we'd be like laughing and smiling while running.
I love volleyball. It has a really good atmosphere, and I feel like it's a good team building sport.
Let's hear about our cross country season.
Cross country can feel like a difficult sport sometimes because running is a hard thing and you're trying your best. So it's always great to watch people put forth their best effort, and it's, step up to the plate and take a challenge. And I think that's a good lesson for all of us to remember.
I learned that I can be like extroverted and make everyone like really happy to be there, and to always think on the bright side because there's nothing worse than running 3 miles in the rain, right?
This has been Asha and Mary on the Fall Sports Recap.
Wow, looks like we had a pretty successful year this year.
And now we're going to take a look at some special behind-the-scenes footage of how Elf Jr. came together with Nick and Freddie.
Hey, welcome to the show Elf Jr., which was recently performed here at Randolph Middle School. You may have seen the show, but you might not have seen what was happening behind the curtain. It's very interesting to see what makes a show good, and today we will be walking you through the process. Today we will talk about a few jobs you can do in a production and the preparation you need to do in order to make it perfect.
I wrote down some sound cues in my script. I had to mark where in the script they happened because the sound cues are kind of tucked away in the script, so at a glance you wouldn't really see them.
In the beginning of the show, I make sure everything's in its place and I make sure everyone knows what they're doing. And I tell people notes and stuff that they can fix for next time.
We had to have choreographers to learn the dances. We also needed to learn like cues and like when to get on and when to get off.
I hope to see you at a show very soon, and next time you go to a show, you can know a lot more about what goes on behind the scenes. This is Nick Pavlak for Radar Report.
Wow, I had no idea how much work went into shows.
And now to Lexi and Sky to talk about how the school gives back to the community.
Students across campus came together for the Impact Raiders Bake Sale to support foster kids with holiday gifts.
The Impact Raiders is a service club through Club Z, and a few weeks ago they researched a lot of organizations in Huntsville that are helping families in our community through the Christmas holidays. And they settled on Kids to Love because Kids to Love is an organization that helps foster children. So the students are really organizing it all. Miss Donaldson, Miss McLeod, and I help them. But the students are organizing all the posters, and they're going to be the ones that are running the bake sale during lunch and during break.
How are you helping prepare for the bake sale?
I'm helping prepare for the bake sale by making posters and organize everything.
The bake sale raised $722.60. So the next step is we have some Kids to Love ornaments with some names of foster children who would like some gifts for Christmas. So soon we'll be purchasing these gifts and then bringing them to Kids to Love. Our biggest challenge was what to do with all the extra baked goods because they sold over 700 items, and we put that out to our faculty and staff to come by and get a quick treat before they left for Thanksgiving break, and also sent some food home with our wonderful cleaning staff at the end of the day.
Helps foster children or children in the foster system through the holidays, and they want to basically adopt a child through the foster system and Kids to Love and sponsor their wish list through the Christmas holidays. So in order to raise funds to buy supplies off their Christmas wish list, they decided to host a bake sale to raise that money.
Thanks to the hard work of Impact Raiders, this year's bake sale was a sweet success and will help bring holiday joy to foster kids in our community. This is Lexi and Scarlett for Raider Report.
Wow, that was a sweet success for a great cause. Good job, Impact Raiders.
And next, one of our very own teachers has a special talent. Can you guess who? Here's Haley and Emma with the inside scoop.
Our 7th grade science teacher, Miss Mansfield, is trained in opera. Here's a glimpse into her love for opera and the passion she brings to it.
It is much more than just singing, because whenever you're in an opera, you are also acting, which is kind of cool. But it really doesn't, a lot of people have always thought it's something extra special, but honestly, it's just a different way of singing. I love the most, because when you are playing things, like if your pianist is playing something and you're there with them, you're creating a space and time. You're actually creating a moment that you're never going to have again. It is a really cool once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Thanks for joining us on our musical adventure. This is Haley and Emma for Raider Report, wrapping up on our opera spotlight.
How exciting! I had no idea she could sing like that.
And now to James and Doug with some fun traditions that our colleagues are doing for Thanksgiving.
Hello, my name is James Ferguson, and I'm joined by Doug Parker. Today, we'll be taking you around the world to see how your classmates are celebrating Thanksgiving. First, we'll be taking a look at different places people are going. Are you going anywhere for Thanksgiving break?
Yes, I'm going to Lisbon in Portugal with my family.
Do you have any plans for Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, I'm going to Guatemala with some friends.
Now we will be looking into the families and traditions of multiple students.
We pull a wishbone, and whoever gets the longest wishbone wins.
I'm going to my cousin's house in Birmingham. I'll be visiting my aunt and getting to see my cousin who's barely one.
Last but not least, we'll talk about the types of foods people will be eating. Do you have any cool meals you like to eat for Thanksgiving?
Turkey. We do this weird game where we put stuff in dough and then we put it where we fry the turkey, and we call it Will It Fry.
I'm Doug Parker with my colleague James Ferguson. Thank you for watching our Thanksgiving segment on the Raider Report magazine.
Wow, that's cool to see some of my classmates' trips and traditions.
And out to Isabel and Jack to show you some new Randolph electives.
Randolph has added many exciting new electives this year. First, we asked a 5th grader about how he felt about the transition from lower school to middle school with the addition of Club Z.
Better because time flies. I get more movement around.
Good game! Then we asked Coach Smalley about what surprised her the most about teaching a
Very
Y2.
surprised at how excited my students have been to come every day.
Macronutrient information and where it's from. Lastly, we asked Ms. Clark how she overcame a challenge with the new schedule for her elective.
Having twice as many classes as we did last year meant that we had to plan a little bit more and kind of figure out what more we could do. So while it was challenging, it was exciting because it meant that we got to do more tech theater opportunities.
From Raider Report, this is Jack and Isabel.
The teachers have put in lots of effort into leading these electives, and the kids are having so much fun.
And now to Riley and Ellery to talk about a day in the life of a person with diabetes, since it's Diabetes Awareness Month.
Last month was Diabetes Awareness Month. We're going to tell you a little bit about the lives of a diabetic. We've interviewed Torian and Atlas about their positive experiences with diabetes. What is one positive thing about having diabetes?
Free snacks.
And now we're going to be hearing from Bailey about the negative things about having diabetes.
when you go high or low, it just doesn't make you feel very good.
Now, we're going to be hearing about a common misconception about having diabetes.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions about type 1 diabetes is that it's caused by eating sugar, and that couldn't be farther from the truth.
This is Ellery and Briley from Raider Report.
Wow, seems difficult to manage. I really appreciate Briley and Ellery giving us information on this.
Now here is Allie and Lauren with how students and staff are preparing for the next semester.
Today we're going to be talking to students and staff on how they plan to succeed next semester and how they plan to grow.
Here's advice from Ms. Andrews on how to remain organized for the upcoming semester.
The organizational skills that work the best at the end of the semester are the ones that work best for each student. Organization works best if you have built those habits and if you continue to use them.
In addition to talking to Ms. Andrews, we talked to a few students as well on how they plan to succeed next semester.
My planner has helped me keep up track of assignments, dates, times, projects, and other things, and I will definitely be using it for the next semester to help keep myself organized.
I mostly struggled with using my planner and checking with it every week.
Well, for academic stuff, I normally just get all my work done during study hall, and I talk to my teachers, and for acting or anything just extracurricular, I normally do that at home.
Thanks to all the students and staff who shared their experience this semester and how they plan to succeed next semester.
Wow, that's really nice to know. I will definitely be trying some of those skills.
And finally, we'll pay tribute to one of Randolph's most loved teachers, Miss Clark, with Charlie and Cade.
She meant a lot to her students. She's a kind person, never has anything negative to say, ever. She loved being at Randolph. She loved getting to work with the small group of students because she had been a public school teacher for her entire career before that. So she said it was really nice to be in an environment where students really cared about learning and were really excited to meet the challenges that Randolph teachers put out for them.
Thank you, Ms. Clark, for everything you did for everyone.
And thank you to those who decided to tune in to this year's Raider Report News magazine. See you next time.